Good morning this beautiful morning, and welcome back to Ken's Little Acre. I'm down back this morning. I'm going to trim some trees and fertilize some trees and my blackberries. And I can't clean my blackberries out until they start to leaf again and get all that started. Why, I can't do that. My grapevines I can't prune until they start leaving out again too. So I'm going to do my trees this morning. I'm going to, I've done the trees up front right after I planted them and this fall, and I'm going to trim these now and get all these little bad limbs off from them and stuff, and I'm going to trim them down just a little bit. I'm going to bring them down just a little bit so they will start to grow out instead of up. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started here. So I'm going to fertilize them last. I'll start trimming on them first. So I'll be right here, and I hope you can give me some hints on how to do some things. If I'm doing it wrong, let me know. I'm not a professional tree trimmer. I pretty much know how to do my gardens and stuff and raise chickens and pigs and cows, but I'm not much on trees. My dad never trimmed or pruned his orchard, so I've not done it that much and probably have done it wrong all the time. But I'm going to try to get them trimmed here this morning so they'll, like I said, they'll bush out instead of growing up, and the trunk, some of these limbs that I take off is going to cause the trunk to get bigger too. So we'll get started on this. Boy, them things ain't very sharp. I thought they was sharp. They ain't very sharp here. They ain't very sharp here. I'm going to have to get that other thing out. Well, these peach trees are hard. These peach trees are rough. Yeah, they are. These peach trees are rough. Yeah. 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 These peach trees are a little rough here. Ah, come on. Can't see here. I can't see on this side. I can't see. I can't see. I can't see here. What's going on here? 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 Gotta make that bush out instead of going up. Yeah. Yeah. That looks pretty good for that one. I'm not gonna take too much off from them. I ain't gonna take too much off from them. I'm gonna take this one off here. No. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna take that one off there. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take this one off here too. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna take this one off here. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I want to make them go up. I want to make it go up. I don't want to make it go down here. That looks pretty good for this one. These trees are about 3 years old. Last year I had didn't have many peaches on it at all because of the frost. The frost got a lot of them. But I did have 7 or 8 nice little peaches on there. And boy, they were good when I was mowing lawn. So I'm going to move the camera on down just a little bit and get this other peach tree. Then I'll get the apple trees. Then I'll come back and fertilize them. Yeah. We'll come back and get them. Yep. This peach tree here, you might not be able to see it, but this one here, right in here, the limb broke off in a storm. So it got busted off. But maybe we can fix it so it'll come out and still be a good little peach tree. All these little limbs that turn down, you want to get them off. All the limbs on the bottom just about. That ain't gonna do much. That ain't gonna do much. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me see, what do I want to leave here? I'll get that busted one off from there. Get this off from here. Get this off from here. Get this broken one off. Starting to come out. I wished it wouldn't. I wished it wouldn't start to come out yet. Starting to get some buds on them. A little early for peaches. Yep. A little early for peaches to be budding. Get this broken one. My rope's getting frayed. I'm going to have to put a new rope on this thing. Come on. What's the matter with you? Whew. This gets hard on an old man. I'm trying to do is take the main limbs down so the trunk will get bigger and support more tree. Why, the limbs will get bigger and break the tree. So that's what I'm trying to do there. But I'm gonna get this apple tree. I've probably not taken enough off from it, but on next year's growth, why, they're just 3 years old. I'm trying to keep them down between 9 and 10 feet. So I don't want them to really grow high. Me being on 11-foot, 12-foot step ladders anymore isn't the safest place in the world, especially since I've got Meniere's disease. Meniere's disease is a problem with your ears. It's worse than vertigo. I've had both, but boy, it gets bad. Sometimes when I get dizzy, I have to lay down, and sometimes the room spins. So I don't want to be up very high when I get an attack of that Meniere's disease. I got to clean all this up down here and burn it and get it all cleaned up. I think I'll take that one off. When they start putting on their buds, I'll bring my copper spray down here and spray these things good with copper. They had a little rust on them last year I didn't like. So I gotta stop this one from growing out, and wherever a thing comes up now, it'll probably grow up instead of out. So stop this from growing up. I probably need to take that limb off too. Yeah, I need to take that off right there, and that one right there. Yep, I do that. I need to take this one off right here. And this one off right here. Come on. root base ain't very big yet. Trying to make them grow up here. I don't know if I'm going to make it or not. These trees here, this one here is about 3 years. When you fertilize these trees, you don't put the fertilizer right up around the tree. You put the fertilizer around the drip edge. And that way all them little tap roots that's out there will get the benefit of the fertilizer and take it to the tree. Otherwise, it doesn't get into the tap roots. The tap roots are spread out. And if you put it right around the tree, it's not going to do as much good as it would to put the fertilizer around the drip edge. You don't want to fertilize too little, and you don't want to fertilize too much. So we're going to put a little fertilizer around these trees here. I'm going to try to get the tree where you can see it and put the fertilizer around it here. Put just a little more. Okay, I got that one. Now we'll go over here to the next one. I'll adjust the camera as we go. about 4.5, 5 pounds of fertilizer. We'll take it right around the drip edge of the tree, right around the drip edge. Get into them tap roots. Yeah, get into them tap roots. Alrighty. I got just a little bit of fertilizer left in this bag. We'll put just a little more on there. Just a little more on there. Yeah, put just a little more on that thing. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. They say whatever the circumference is on the tree, you figure your fertilizer by that. I don't remember what it is. I just know in past years what I've done. So I'm just going by what I me real well. Alright, I got my trees all fertilized and trimmed up a little bit. Now I'm going to fertilize on these blackberries and get them fertilized for the season. And then I got to start cleaning up this mess down here. So I'm just going to let you watch me do these blackberries here. I want to keep these blackberries producing. The first year I got to pick on them, I picked about 6 gallons. The second year I picked a little over 6 gallons. Last year I got almost 8 gallons of blackberries off these blackberry vines. And they were big, nice, big, juicy, fat blackberries. So I want to keep them going. I've got some new stuff coming up here. I want to keep that going. I got all this new stuff coming up here. And again, I don't put the fertilizer right up against the blackberry vine. I put it away from it some. They're spread out pretty good now. They're doing real well. These vines here that are in the ground, I'm going to have cut them off and dig them up and replant them somewhere, and then about 2 or 3 years I'll have more blackberries, or I can sell them. I do sell some along every spring, so that's mainly why I let them come down to the ground, because people ask me, Peters, you got any blackberries for sale? Blackberry vines for sale. Can them all, and we made a lot of juice and stuff last year, which we like, out of them. And boy, it makes good blackberry juice and blackberry cobbler. Makes real good blackberry cobbler. Yeah. Here I am talking about blackberry cobbler, and I'm going to have to go on both sides of these things this year. Talk about blackberry cobbler, and I'm trying to lose a little weight. My wife told me I was getting fat, so I'm losing a little bit of weight, I think. Trying to. Anyway, I don't know if I'm succeeding yet. I haven't weighed in the last few days, but I was getting a little hefty in the belly. So she told us to pull that belly off. So I'm trying to pull it off. That's a tree. I don't need that thing in there. Lord have mercy. How in the world did that thing get in there? There ain't no blackberry vine. I started out with, I think, 6 blackberry vines, 6 or 7, I can't remember which. But boy, I've got more than that now. I do. I got more than that now. I'll have to cut some of them out of here this year and grow like that. I didn't do much last year. I didn't feel good last year. Last November we had COVID, and it affected me and still affecting me. I don't know what it is about that COVID, but boy, it's mean. It's one mean disease, or virus, whatever they want to call it. Yeah, that's one mean virus. I've had the flu, and I had that. And I'd take the flu before I take that again. In fact, I had something last week again that took me down for most all week. I'm glad it was raining. I didn't miss nothing out here. It rained all week last week. Yeah, it did. Rained all week. When we was picking wild berries out of the woods, I fertilized them pretty hardy. Got some nice wild blackberries, but then the woods started creeping up and choked the blackberries out. And besides that, I got tired of giving blood at blackberry time. Oh, I get all cut up in them things. And some people can pick them and never lose any blood at all. Boy, I tell you what, when I pick wild blackberries, I lose blood. Yep. Fertilize these little things here too. I gotta get them black out of there this year. Gotta take them out. Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's got that for now. me run this thing down the other side and see if there's anything else I can get there. I get all that stuff out of there. That's all I really took out of there. That looks pretty good. Okay. Now, this spring I can cut all them old prima vines out and or the old flora vines, not the primas. The primas are the ones that'll bear this year. I have to cut all the old flora canes out, and they're starting to turn brown on me. In a little bit I'll be able to come down here and get all them out of there. I want to wait till they get all brown all the way down to the bottom. That way they're easy to cut, they're easy to get out, they break out easy. Otherwise you'll be here pulling on these things and straining, and it's I don't like to strain anymore. So, but yeah, all these vines from last year was prima vines. They'll be flora vines this year, and they'll give me lots of blackberries again. But I've got to take several out of there this year. I've got to cut them back pretty hardy. Last year I didn't. All I did was come down and took the old flora vines out, and because I didn't feel good last year. I was sick from summer all the way through where I got COVID, and I stayed sick there, and it was just hard to get around. But this year I'm feeling pretty good. I feel good for my age and stuff. I feel good. So this year hopefully I'll feel like coming down and taking care of all these things like they're supposed to be took care of. But I'm going to sign off for now and get ready to start cleaning up some of this mess down here and try to get some of it burned today. I thank you for tuning in today, and if you like my video, give it a thumbs up. If you've got some suggestions, why, make some suggestions. Don't make remarks, make suggestions, and I'll be glad to take all the suggestions I can get. But I do thank you, appreciate you coming by today and stopping in with us, and have a beautiful rest of the day, and may God bless you, is my prayer today.